We all have that friend who calls every so often. Lend me 5 Gs, I'll pay you back in a couple of weeks when I get paid. Or, I've just run out of gas, please M-Pesa me 2,000 shillings, I'll pay you back. Or we're that friend, So today we're going to talk about debt and borrowing generally for different things. This is Money Wise with Rina Hicks, where we create, grow, and preserve wealth. So this friend of yours or yourself who may be in debt or in a perpetual state of debt are not alone. I read that Kanye West this year, February 2016, actually announced that he was in debt to the tune of $53 million. $53 million. Kanye West, who I think towards the end of 2015 was worth $140 million. Which, by the way, in my books, as far as Kanye West is concerned, is not much because of how much he earns, and he's a businessman and a musician and has a numerous sources of income. But anyway, the point is, if Kanye West, who is such a wealthy person, or has been wealthy and has access to so much money, can be in debt to that kind of tune of money, for me, tells me one thing: it doesn't matter how much you earn. What matters is how much you keep. Now, there's two kinds of debt that I want us to discuss today. And the kinds of debt are good debt and bad debt. Good debt is debt that you incur when you are buying an asset or an item that is going to increase in value or has the potential of bringing an income at some point in time. So you're going into debt, let's say, to buy an apartment that you're going to rent out at some point in time. And so it means that there's going to be rental income coming through. Even as you pay your mortgage, that rental income will be able to pay a portion of your mortgage or the full amount of your mortgage. That is awesome debt. Or you're getting into debt because you're a caterer and you've received a contract to supply, X amount of meals a day somewhere, and you don't have the money to pay to be able to buy the vegetables and the meats and the protein and everything that you need to do, and carbs that you need to be able to supply this food. And so you need money to finance your working capital. And you have a contract already. That is great debt because it's going to help you grow. But the bad debt is debt that you take to finance consumption, your day-to-day lifestyle. So I'm buying shoes, or I'm going into debt to buy the latest clothesline that I don't know was launched by which musician, or I'm going into debt to buy my third vehicle because it just seems like a nice car to drive. I mean, that's really bad debt. The problem with that debt is that it is not bringing any income, the asset is not appreciating in value, and it begins to then get you into a cycle of continually being in debt to pay off. So you pay off, let's say, for example, I decide I'm very wealthy and I decide I'm going to buy a Rolls Royce. And so I buy a Rolls Royce. But now that Rolls Royce comes with consequences. I can't buy a Rolls Royce and then I'm dressed in butter shoes and I have a bag that is from Toy Market, second-hand bag. No, I have to look a certain way and I have to fit the part. So it causes an increase in spending once you start spending in certain ways. And so that debt, which we call consumer debt, is just a bad idea. And so I would encourage you, if you're considering debt, only get into debt to finance assets or to finance activities that will cause an increase in value or an income at some point in time. And just like Kanye West, it doesn't matter how much you earn. You can be broke as hell, let me tell you, unless you keep some of the money that you earn. And that's the idea of what we're trying to do. So please take an opportunity to think through all your purchases before you go through with them. Is it a need? Is it a want? Do you really have to have it? Because if you don't, then perhaps you should delay the payment. Actually, a good idea is to just think through something before you buy. If you go to the shop and you see this amazing item that you feel, oh my gosh, if I could just have it, take 2 days to think about it. I know they usually put stickers on it, yeah, last piece, you know, offer available just today. But these things are just gimmicks to get us to feel, you know, that we have to buy today and create a sense of urgency that is really just fake. So don't fall for it. Take your time, take 24 hours, 48 hours to think through your purchases before you go ahead and buy something that you don't have the money for. And it needs to be something that increases in value or brings an income later on. Thank you for watching that video. I hope it's helped you. If you have any questions, please do post them. Our contact details are below. And so do write to us on sema@moneywise.co.ke. And guess what? We have finally launched our book. My book is out. Moneywise, it's out and it's now officially available. You can actually buy it online on mymook.com. We'll post a link down so that you can see, but you can just log on to the website and search the product, or the merchant is Wajikoo Limited, and you'll be able to get Moneywise available there. It can be delivered to you, and if you prefer to pick up from the store, you can do that, and the information is on the website and you'll be able to do that. It's also available at Textbook Center. It's available at Keswick bookshops. So do get yourself a copy. If you have a copy already, buy it as a gift for a friend, somebody getting married. It will help them. So thank you so much. Please do share the videos, subscribe, so that you get to know what else is coming up. We have some interesting things in store for you guys, so stay tuned. This is Rina Hicks with Moneywise, where we create, grow and preserve wealth.